Hey, it's me, Luigi. I hope everyone's doing well. So, enough people asked me how I made Fatal Injury, so I thought, why not make a little behind the scenes? So, here it is. Behind the...
Fatal injury.
Besides growing up with movies and cartoons, I also grew up with video games, especially fighting games. One of my earliest memories was watching my brother play Tekken 2 on the PlayStation, and the first fighting game I ever owned was Tekken 3, which is still one of my favorite fighting games. Fatal Fury and King of Fighters are no exception, albeit on a smaller scale. I didn't play enough of them as a kid to know every single combo, but I did play enough to recognize the characters and their songs. Regardless, as the years went by, my love for these characters and games grew to the point that last year I dressed up as Terry Bogard for Halloween, which was a perfect time because Nintendo was releasing Terry Bogard as DLC for Smash, Maximilian Dood was doing his Terry Legacy videos, so the hype was real. And then a pun appeared in my head and it made me chuckle. And that is how the idea for Fatal Injury was born. In November, before clocking in as a host at a restaurant, I would write down a shot list and as well as make a little storyboard. However, because it was the holiday season and I had a rotating schedule, I could barely manage my time to do anything big for the video, except for some late night experiments. After the holiday season ended and changing my availability, that I could finally start making the video. However, the best life could offer me for the new year was a bunch of earthquakes, power outages, and mycoplasma pneumonia. Yeah. Fortunately, my family and I didn't suffer any major damages from the earthquake, which for that I am grateful. The power outages just meant I couldn't film the moves I needed to make the sprites. However, I do have a laptop, so it just meant I did other things to keep on track, such as modifying the screen grabs of the game, like the title and name of the special moves, creating from scratch the backgrounds, stage select, and how to screen, recreating assets for better resolution like the joystick, buttons, the UI for the fight, character names, and so on. After doing all that, I rigged them up so that when it came to animating, it would be a lot easier. Then came the audio, which turned out to be trickier than I thought. I couldn't find the original sound effects, but I did find a video from its sister series, The Art of Fighting, as well as from the sound resource, sound effects from King of Fighters 2003. However, they were too new, so I had to downgrade them so they can better fit the sound limitations from the original game. Which, quick shout out to Film Learning for the video on Toon Booster's Time Machine plugin. That helped a lot, especially for the dialogue. As for the mycoplasma pneumonia, it sucked, but it turned out to be the lemons I needed to make this 16-bit lemonade. Because I was so contagious, I was homebound for 5 days. So instead of resting, I decided to keep working on the video, specifically filming the moves. Which, let's talk about how I got the footage for the sprites. After setting up the lights and the background, I would use my trusty Canon Rebel T5, connected to a laptop, a wireless mouse, and my phone. I could record the moves by myself. How do we go from this into that? The bulk of the pseudo 16-bit look is done in Photoshop and the final touches in After Effects, as well as animation. So, in Photoshop, I import the footage as video frames, select my key poses, remove the background, do some adjustments, reduce the color palette, add some eyes, put them in After Effects, and then give that pixelated look. I just have to do that for the idols, the jab, the kick,
The crouch, the jump, the power wave, the burning knuckle, the crack shoe, the rising tackle, the taunt intros, the death, the portraits, the gunshot, the stealing, running away,
and so on. Whew. After making the sprites, everything else was pretty much animated and edited together, so it was a matter of just playing around the sprites with the backgrounds until I got something I liked. Yeah, pretty much else will be like some weird glitches during the animation and rendering during the uploads. But all in all, I'm on the 28th, I managed to upload it. 30 minutes before I had to clock in at work. Fatal Injury turned out to be a much bigger project than I thought it would be. But having said that, I enjoyed making it and learned a lot from it. I really wanted to make a 16-bit fighting game video that captures that era, and I really wanted to turn myself into a sprite animation. It's not my first attempt, but it is the most successful one so far. Anyway, special thanks to my friends and family for all their love and support, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more content and for updates. Anyways, have a good one, and bye!